Good morning. My name is Krista Pettit. I'm Executive Director of Haven Ministries here in Queen Anne's County. We're a Christian nonprofit organization that has operated in Queen Anne's County for over 11 years. We do three things. We work with shelter, clothing, and food. We have an emergency winter shelter that's open to men, women, and children. The time frame for that is December 1 through mid-April. We are currently run that out of Ken Island United Methodist Church, and we will reopen that December 1 of this year. We also have a transitional housing program. That program is a longer-term housing program up to 2 years with intensive case management services. That's also open to men, women, and children. The current location is 325 State Street. However, it is currently closed due to impending construction, and that property is what I'll be discussing here very soon. The other ministries that we have is we have a food pantry the third Saturday of every month. It's at Safe Harbor Presbyterian Church in the gymnasium, which is the back of the church. And we give out 7,000 pounds of food to Queen Anne's County residents in need. We are the largest food distributor through a food pantry in Queen Anne's County. And the other thing that we have is a thrift store. We operate our Daily Thread thrift store, which is near Cracker Barrel. It is household goods and clothing at extremely reduced prices, and we also give out items to people in need. So if someone has a house fire, they can come and get clothing for their children for school or clothing for themselves and household goods. So we distribute goods through the thrift store as well. What I'd like to do is catch you up to date on where we are with the 325 State Street building project. For 9 years, Haven Ministries has been working diligently with the county to expand, to first of all purchase the property there at 325 State Street, to operate our programs. We've operated a transitional home for over 3.5 years, and the plan was always to expand that facility to include a larger building so we could put both the emergency shelter and the transitional home onto the same property, instead of running two programs in two different towns and having our volunteers and our staff spread out all over the place. We wanted to put them together. We also wanted more space for programming so we can bring in a lot more community resources to come in and do classes like GED classes or parenting classes or literacy classes and resume building classes and things like that. So that's always been a desire of ours. So for 9 years we have put this plan in process, and we have been working on expanding that property, and we have all of the permits and all resolutions passed for the property. And what has happened is several months ago, 3 of the county commissioners voted to suspend the grant money for the particular building expansion. And that was to go to the Board of Public Works for final signature for the final release of the grant money. And what that did is that suspended the grant money, and the Board of Public Works put it back to the county, and so that the county needed to reconsider what their stance was with the State Street building project. And from that, a memorandum of understanding was developed. And that's where we are right now. Is we have a memorandum of understanding. It was edited at the county commissioner meeting in August, and I would have to get the exact date for that. And then it was voted on and signed and presented to us. And it was presented to us before our board of directors had a chance to review it, and our legal counsel had a chance to review and ask a lot of questions about it. And it was presented to us after that. And there was a part on there that basically said that the county could review our policies and procedures and then require additional security measures. And that is very open-ended. We could be required to do anything. And with all due respect, any good business person would not sign something that would require them to do something in the future that they didn't know what that would be or how that would impact their programs. And we don't know how that would impact our programs or our funding. And so what I did is with the memorandum of understanding, after we had a chance to talk to legal counsel, including the National Law Center on Homelessness and Poverty in Washington, D.C., and after we talked to our board of directors, I put additional wording on that part of it where it said upon agreement of all 3 parties, because a memorandum of understanding is between the 3 parties. And I initialed it and I signed the MOU and I put the attachments with that. It is my understanding that that particular wording and all of the attachments were rejected by the county commissioners. And so we are in a place right now where we have submitted the memorandum of understanding with our change, and it has been rejected. And in all honesty, I'm not exactly sure where things stand with that. However, Haven Ministries continues to be very hopeful. We will reassess where we are, and we'll continue to work on our great programming. We'll open our shelter in December 1. We still operate our food pantry and our thrift store, and we're looking forward to reassessing and seeing what we can do here in the future to help the poor in Queen Anne's County. And certainly we have a website, haven-ministries.org. If anybody has any questions, there's a lot of information there, and we're in the process of rearranging that website so we can get even more information on there. And we certainly want to give a shout out to our supporters and thank them so much for all that they've done here for Haven Ministries and those in need in Queen Anne's County. Thank you.